First, I would like to appreciate for subscribing my channel and hit a comment below which club or national team you want me to analyze in the next video. Between 2008 and 2015, Barca delighted the world with their brand of football that is appreciated by almost every football fans from all over the world. They win 3 more Champions League titles in a decade of dominance. Playing with the same style that Cruyff had introduced, Guardiola was a firm supporter of basing his team around the club's own youth system and promoted several young talents to the first team. And the result was the greatest Barca team ever. The greatest international recognition of this came when the FIFA Ballon d'Or nomination in 2010 shortlisted Xavi, Iniesta and Messi for the honor, all 3 of whom had grown up at La Masia. Hans Gamper was born in Switzerland in 1877 and arrived in Barcelona in 1898 for professional reasons. During his free time, he was playing football with a group of friends in Bananova. In October 1899, Gamper placed an advert in Los Deportes magazine to find players interested in forming a football team. After 11 other enthusiasts responded to his newspaper advert, the dream became a reality and Football Club Barcelona was born. Those 11 players were Otto Kunzel and Walter Wild from Switzerland, Johann and William Persson from England, Otto Meyer from Germany, Luis de Oso, Bartomeu Terrades, Enric Ducal, Pere Cabot, Carlos Piol, and Joseph Lulbet from Catalonia all came together at the Sole Gymnasium to form an association that would bear the city's name and coat of arms Football Club Barcelona. Gamper as a person was sports fanatic. Aside from football, he participated in athletics, cycling, rugby, and golf. He aimed to create an organization that was open to everyone regardless of their origin. He investigated a club that served as a means of social integration in which everyone could speak their mind, and he created a democratic society that was freely governed by its members, and it remains as a Barcelona is one of the few clubs which democratically elect its president. As a sign of his gratitude to Catalonia, the country that had welcomed him, Gamper gives back Football Club Barcelona with the essence and its commitment to the Catalan identity. Gamper's original value, such as the Catalan identity, democracy, multiple sport, and universality, continues to give Barca a big meaning today. The new club started off its journey successfully enough after losing to Vizcaya in the final of the inaugural Copa del Rey in 1902, but Barcelona bounced back in style by winning the competition 8 times between then and 1928. The following year, they clinched the inaugural La Liga before entering the period of decline due to the ongoing political conflict in the country, which eventually resulted in the outbreak of Spanish Civil War and the beginning of Franco's regime. Gamper's time in Barcelona ended abruptly after he was deported from Spain because of political reasons. A few years later, he sadly committed suicide. The life under Franco was proving arduous from a political point of view, and the club was in fact forced to change its name to the less Catalanian and Anguillan sounding Barcelona Club de Football, and the Catalan colours were removed from the crest. In 1910, the board decided that Barcelona needed its own badge and organized a competition to find a new design, and it adopted that format that with 1 or 2 variations are survived until the present day. At the beginning, half of the shirt was blue and the other claret. The sleeves were opposite colors and the shorts were white. The most likely theory regarding the origin of the color is that they came from the kit worn by the rugby team at the English school Merchant Taylors School where the Whitty brothers, 2 of the first members of the club, had studied in their youth there. beginning, they struggled to find football grounds. Their difficulty in finding permanent football grounds was due to economic instability and the lack of large open air space at a time when the city was undergoing urban expansion. The Copa Macaya was the precursor to the Catalan Football Championship. It was begun in 1900 by Alphonse Macaya, president of the Hispania club, when he announced his intention to organize a competition between Catalan teams. The trophy is an exceptional work of modernist art, but unfortunately the Copa Macaya disappeared a few after the creation of Catalan Championship. Gamper and other founders could never have imagined the magnitude of what that initiative would eventually develop into. Over more than 100 years of history, Football Club Barcelona has grown spectacularly in every area and has progressed into something much greater than a mere sport club, turning Barca's more than a club slogan into a reality. Barca has become, for millions of people all around the world, a symbol of their identity, and not just in sporting sense, but also in terms of society, political, and cultural reasons. Throughout the most difficult of times, Barca was the standard that represented Catalonia and the Catalan people's desire for freedom, and a symbolism that has continued to be closely linked to the idiosyncrasy of the club and its members to this day. Within the context of Spain, Barca is seen as an open and democratic club. Barca is identified with caring causes all around the world and most especially children through its sponsorship agreement with UNICEF. For a whole century, Football Club Barcelona was passed through moments of glory and pain, periods of brilliance and other less successful ones, epic victories and humbling defeats. But all these different moments have helped define the personality of the club that, due its peculiar nature, is considered unique in the world.